our software and hardware that controls the management of all of our generators. Um, the old system needed to upgrade for a few years now, and we are getting around now to doing it. It's going to bring tremendous benefits to Anglec. I'll allow the technical team to speak more to that. But we've chosen to do it this coming Sunday because Sundays happen to be the day when we have the lowest load. However, because it's going to be an interruption lasting as many as 10 hours, we thought it a good idea to come and speak to the public about it, as of course many people will no doubt suffer some inconvenience. Many years ago when the electricity went off, it had little or no impact on us because it was a frequent event. But electricity drives everything around us these days, and as such, we know that this interruption will no doubt have quite an impact. So we are doing what is called a programmable controller logic upgrade, commonly referred to as the PLC. I will allow my colleagues, maybe Mr. Brooks first, Sylvan Brooks, to speak to why we are doing this, and I then allow our colleague from Wadzilla, who is sitting on my right, to speak to the whole issue as to what the upgrade would entail and why 10 hours is required to undertake this upgrade. So Mr. Brooks, if you can speak to the reason why we're doing it at this time and the fact that it has expired some time ago. Mr. Brooks.
Yes, this upgrade is really a part of Anglec proactive maintenance program that we have executed over the years to ensure that people of Angola have a reliable supply of electricity. We do proactive maintenance on a regular basis with our engines every year. Sometimes we take them down for 6-8 weeks to basically do major maintenance. Now, also, we have to do proactive maintenance on the PLC system. Now, the PLC system is a central portion of the plant that controls all the engine. It is equivalent like the main panel box in your house. When you do maintenance on that, you have to take off everything in the house, right? So now once we do this, it'll be good for probably more than 10 years, right? So this is critical maintenance we have to do because the PLC system, unlike vehicles that run, say, 3-4 hours a day, Anglec engines run 24 hours. So we have to monitor all the parameters of these engines, control the parameters, control the engines, and protect the engines. Now the PLC system is responsible for this. We observe the different parameters on the engines. When they go out of range, we know a part of that engine is going bad, and we'll be able to schedule proactive maintenance. So the PLC system is very critical in the operation of the plant. Just like telephones, etc., that comes obsolete after a while, the PLC system becomes obsolete. And as part of Anglec proactive maintenance program, we have to upgrade this PLC system in order to maintain the level of service that's required for the customers in the future.
Thank you. Good. Let me now turn over to our colleague from Wadzilla. These are 5 gentlemen. 4 of them are here with us today. There's one other guy, I think he is at the plant. But they're here to undertake the upgrade. Some of them were here from as early as the 7th of January doing some of the preparatory work. And they are closing in on all of the preparatory work. So the major outage will take place this coming Sunday. So I'll allow my colleague here from Wadzilla to speak to the need and what's involved in the upgrade.
So yes, we have done, as you said, we have done preparation work now for 2 weeks to make the shutdown as short as possible, but we cannot avoid the complete shutdown when we have. It's also safety related that we need to have the cut off the power for our safety and other persons in plant safety when we do the work, and the other reason is that to avoid any unforeseen shutdown. So it's better to take down everything and start up safely.
The reason why we have decided that we would actually take the power off at 5 a.m. because that between 5 a.m. and maybe 9, 10, most people tend to be just getting out of bed if you're not going to church, etc. Saturday we know is a very busy day in most houses, doing all the laundry and the cleaning, etc., etc. So we've opted not to do it on a Saturday, but rather on Sunday, which is when it's our lowest period. Now the technical guys will be in from around 3 a.m. because there's some preparatory work that has to be done just leading up to the outage. They will start that at 3 a.m. and we are relatively confident that by 3 o'clock power should be restored to everyone. Any questions at this point?
I'm Elkin Richardson. I'm representing Class FM Radio. So when you mentioned this new system will probably serve Anglec for like 10 years, is this the first time this system, a major system like this, is being installed?
This system actually was installed from 2000. We did a partial upgrade about 4-5 years ago, and now it is time for the companies to upgrade. With the PLC system, the parts are really obsolete. They don't make these parts anymore. So if we don't do this upgrade at this point in time, if we get any difficulty with any part, we will not be able to replace it, and that could result in island-wide outages or major outages in the future. So we have to be very proactive now in actually doing this particular upgrade.
Mr. Hart, you mentioned the folks, they came in from What's the name?
Finland. Wadzilla is the name of the company.
Folks.
Yeah. Wadzilla is the name of the company.
They came from Finland?
Yes, but they are in here from Finland, yes.
Okay. And I take for granted that based on the fact that they are coming from Finland, they will be responsible for the entire program as it relates to if anything should go wrong.
Yes.
So
They are leading the upgrade.
Okay.
They are managing the upgrade.
Yes.
Our staff is supporting that process.
So is there a contractual arrangement between Anglec and the folks in Finland?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You want to tell us about it?
Well, if anything goes wrong, they are responsible for restoring the power. I mean, it's a very binding contract. Let me say that
Yes.
we signed the agreement for the upgrade sometime, was it last year? I think early last year. And then they had to manufacture some parts of it. And so it's both a hardware change and a software change. So all of that is tied into a binding contract. So they know that the stakes are high for them and the stakes are high for us. But this is a company with a proven track record. I believe Anglec started buying equipment from them 2000, yeah. So we have a long-standing relationship, and it's been a good relationship.
All our major engines are Wadzilla engines. They provide the vast majority of electricity to this island, all the modern engines. And so the upgrade really interfaces with the Wadzilla engines. As I said before, provide comprehensive monitoring features to enable us to proactively identify faults, problems with the engines, and rectify them and do the necessary maintenance. So this upgrade is really, really very, very critical.
My last question, can you tell us at what cost this would be to Anglec, people of Anguilla?
Well, it's substantial. It's not a people of Anguilla because certainly Anglec actually manages this as part of its overall operation. So there will be no incremental cost to the people of Anguilla. This is the cost that one anticipates and is all incorporated in our operation.
Would you care to share the cost?
In excess of $1 million.
Thank you.
In reference to the upgrade, the phase that we are on now, we know that Anglec wants to go solar, renewable energy. Will this system be able to be incorporated into the new system that you all are looking to go in the near future?
I don't know, Mr. Brooks to speak to that.
Yes, of course, because anytime you have renewable energy, it really interfaces with the generators. So you will have to do, like balancing of generation, etc. So this new system gives us the potential to even further upgrade it into a hybrid system where we'll be able to assist us in the integration of renewables on the system.
With James Harrigan from the Anglec newspaper, I'm just asking, will one day be enough to do the overhaul? Or will one day be enough? Or will it extend over another day?
We have planned. We have now been doing preparations, and done all preparations possible. So we are confident that we have the system ready. Yes.
One day.
Okay, let me go further on this. The same way you're doing maintenance with all the breakers, etc. in your house. Most of the stuff you go lock up the main breaker and do work on. That's what we're doing right now. We're taking engine by engine and doing work on them, but that do not require an outage. This actual project takes about 2-3 months. Only the section that requires going to the central breaker, the central portion that affects everything, that requires the outage, and that work will be done Sunday. But this project started about 2 weeks ago, and it will be in progress for the next 2 months or so.
So you're doing the preliminaries now?
The preliminary works was done, but this is the main, like as I said before, you're doing work on the entire electrical system in your house.
Right.
But you need for one time to go to that main central breaker, which you have to take off everything. We're doing that work Sunday, but the work continues for the next 2 months
Okay.
to instigate the entire upgrade.
Any other questions? One of the things that we're going to use this opportunity to do as well, when the power is off island-wide, we're going to have some teams going around doing things like trimming trees that might be, entangled with our lines, etc. So we're going to do some of that. What we're hoping that the public would do is to try to use Sunday as a family fun day. We encourage people to. This is the time to go to the beach. You don't need your cell phone. You don't need your cell phone. You don't need to be cooking. Do the cooking on Saturday. Go to the beach with your family and enjoy your time. One of the things that our PR team is trying to encourage for people to go there, have so much fun, take some photos, and the top 3 best photos, we actually will award some sort of a prize. But it got to be at the beach, and it has to be a photo taken on Sunday. Yeah, and we're going to look at the date stamp and stuff like that to verify that. Have some fun. Don't go overboard with it. But do have some fun and make it a family fun day, because the power will be off from 5 a.m. and we hope to have it restored by 3 p.m.
Online, someone is asking, I know you did make mention earlier, they may not have heard you saying, why Sunday instead of a next day of the week?
Yes.
So can you
because
reiterate,
right,
please?
if we were to shut the power off during the week, it would disrupt business. If we were to do it on Saturday, that's when most people tend to do a lot of domestic stuff, cooking and washing and cleaning and et cetera, et cetera. And historically, Sunday is the quietest day for the use of electricity. So that's why we've actually scheduled it for that.
Most naturally.
I mean?
Most naturally.
Yes, sure. Anything else, anyone? Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you coming, and by all means, you can have, I think we have a couple of refreshments you can have when you're out.